So again, I got a chance at Mer, but York Reckless is too good not to take. I love that card. It's so good against Infect. And Infect's the deck you really need to be good against. If you're good against Infect, then often it's a free win. So I pick up a second silver here, which I'm pretty pleased with this late. Yeah, if you get free wins against the Infect, then that's half a battle. You don't want to go out game 1 against Infect. It just sucks. So obviously Furnace Celebration, I've got nothing in my deck that really goes with it. But Stoke Rebuttals I like. If I play blue, I always like 1 in the deck, sometimes 2, depending on the matchup they can be a bit slow. But yeah, I'm happy to pick up 1. So at this point, I'm pretty happy with the deck. The end of pack 2. I've got a nice Metalcraft theme that I can build on in pack 3. I've got some game-ending spells. You can't underestimate how powerful Bar Battle Gear is with flyers in this deck. At the moment I've got 4 flyers. If I can pick up 5 or 6, then Bar Battle Gear pretty much turns every single one into a bomb. I'm pretty light on removal. I'd love to turn to Slags or some Galvanic Blasts at this point. I've got Volition Rains and the Ember Smiths, but something to deal with sort of those mid-range creatures would be pretty good. Right, so pack 3. It's a pretty weak pack for us. Arrest is obviously really good, but it's not in our colours. So you've got Skyle School, you've got the Mer, which I don't like taking first pick anyway, and you've got Saberclaw Golem. It's tempting to take the Golem for Metalcraft, but Skyle School's too good really. It's another flyer for the deck, and it helps filter through. Quite happy first picking that. So we've got a New York Replica, Trigon of Rage, Tumble Magnet. These are all okay. Culling Deus I was slightly tempted to take with the Proliferate, but at this point, Proliferate, I take the Shatter because I need the removal, but I don't want to push Proliferate too hard. Class can just be a good card in the deck. Grafted Skeleton is sort of tempting because it combos really nicely with a Bloodshot Trainee, but it doesn't do a great deal with anything else. You don't want to be putting it on your flyers when they're down to 10 life. It just doesn't do anything. You're doubling your work. So I leave that alone and take the New York Replica, which I'm quite happy to take. So you've got a couple of Mers here, but the obvious slammers of Riddlesmith. 2 drops are really good if you can get effective ones. And I follow that up with Lead and Mer here. Mers are really good with Smiths. They're probably the best artifacts to combo with the Smiths. Because you're developing your mana, you're developing your creatures, you're playing an artifact. They're hitting on your deck all the time. I know I got a chance for another Lumigrid Drake, but I don't really want 3. I can't. It's upping my colour spells there. So I take the Stoke Rebuttal with an eye to playing it in the side really. The life staff's good though, I quite like that. Again, nothing really here to take. I take the Hellion in the end in case I feel I need a bit more top end beef, but I don't anticipate playing it too much. Yeah, the life staff was a good pick. I was really pleased with that. It's an early artifact, it goes well with the Smiths, goes well with the flyers, and you can obviously race really effectively with it. Again, my overriding feeling of this whole draft was the packs were pretty weak. I didn't see any real bombs. There was very little removal coming around in any of the colours. So you straight away you I mean, people can first pick bombs, sure, but still, you can still, how the draft goes, you can get a sense of the quality of the cards going round. And if all 3 packs are fairly weak in all the colours, then there's nothing to be too worried about. As long as your deck's got a plan at that point, and a nice curve, which this one has, then you needn't be too pessimistic about the quality of the cards in your deck. Not much infect's been going around either, so someone's been snapping that round halfway around the table somewhere. You can guarantee there will be some infect cards in the pack, so they have been snapped up. But whether it's actually going to be a good infect deck is yet to be seen. To have an infect deck that's going to go 3-0, you really need to be the only infect player on the table, in my opinion. So that was it. I'm on 24 playables there, so I need to cut 1. Obviously the Smiths go straight in. I just dump whatever cards I might be playing in first. I'll leave the rest alone. These will go in. Obviously playing the trainee. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 colour cards. It's quite a lot for a Metalcraft deck. I like to keep it between 8 and 10 for a Metalcraft deck. So I'm thinking of cutting 1 at this point for the replica. Straight away dismiss the Memnite. It's just the replica really, but it's what to take out. The only thing I'm tempted to take out is the Looming Grid Drake really, or maybe a Stoic Rebuttal. I really want to put it in at this point, but I think I end up keeping the Looming Grid Drakes in. At the end of the day, they're both 2/2s, but the Looming Grid Drake flies. So I figure, even if I haven't got Metalcraft, they're pretty similar. But the flying, what with the 2 equipments I've got as well, and the rest of the flyers I've got, I figure is probably more important than having an artifact deck. Another artifact in the deck. I've sort of got plenty of artifacts, and with the Riddlesmith as well, I'll be able to search them and find more. And with the lack of removal, I really didn't want to take out the Stoic Rebuttals. The Stoic Rebuttals, it has to be said, are also quite good with the replica. If there is a bomb that's difficult to deal with, I can at least bounce it with the Looming Grid Drakes and the replicas, and then counter it with the rebuttal. So that was really thinking about not taking out that Drake, and going with the 11 coloured cards, which is probably slightly more than you'd want for a Metalcraft deck, but I figured it was a risk worth taking. I suggested 12-5, but I pushed the island count down a little bit. I really want to be playing those Embersmiths turn 2, so up the mountains.